Hi guys, this is Raju from Tectonic, and what I have here today is the Pocophone made by Xiaomi. I think that's how you pronounce it. So initially I wasn't very interested in this phone, but then I watched this video from MKBHD where he done a blind test of the camera between multiple phones, and I was quite surprised to see this phone sort of go toe to toe with the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. So obviously the Huawei Mate 20 Pro won, but I'm still curious about this phone. I want to see what it's like. I want to do a speed test with it, of course compare the camera to the Huawei Mate 20 Pro and see how it actually compares. So with that said, let's get to unboxing this device. So just reading off the specs from the box itself, you can see this is running off the Snapdragon 845. It's liquid cooled. That's pretty much what you're hearing from every manufacturer now. They're sort of targeting phones towards gamers, and I guess it could be a marketing gimmick as well, but they're saying it's liquid cooled, so the phone shouldn't really heat up as much when you're playing games. Again, this one has another term that a lot of manufacturers tend to use now, AI. So it has AI dual cameras. And what I think is pretty cool is it's got 4000 mAh battery, so this phone should last more than a day. Definitely more than a day. It's probably pushing into 2 days. But anyway, let's open this up. Yeah, I should mention this phone also comes with 6 GB of RAM. It's a very nice box and it's very colourful. So as usual, you have warranty paper, I believe, or some sort of health and safety user guide. And look at that. You actually get a case with the phone. You don't see a lot of manufacturers doing that. I mean, it might not be the best case in the world, but at least you can use it to protect your phone before you order that case you want. And that's it. There's nothing else in there. Where'd that plastic piece come from? So let's get this out. And we can see the phone itself. And it does feel a bit hefty. It does feel heavy for its size. So I'm just going to take this plastic off. That looks very nice. Some more plastic to take off. If I can get it off. That's off too. So on the left of the device, that's where it looks like you'll put your SIM in. On the right, you've got the volume rocker and the power button. And from what I can see here on the top, you've got your 3.5mm headphone jack. That's something that's sort of disappearing now. A lot of manufacturers are just not including it on the latest phones. And on the bottom, you've got your USB-C port and what seems like, holes or a grill for the sound to come out, so your speaker on the bottom. I have heard that there's a speaker here on the top, which gives you sort of stereo sound, but I'll have to test that out later to see if that's true. Of course, what else you do have here is I think these cameras or sensors that allow for 3D face unlocking. So it's similar to what you have on the iPhone at the moment. So what I'll do is let me power this on and then we'll get on with the rest of the box. So while that turns on, let's see what else is here. So since this is a phone that I purchased from the UK, it says it's a global version. We've got our 3-pin UK power plug. And you've got here your USB-C to USB-A cable. And last but not least, I'll get this out if I can get it out. Yep, just tear it all open. You've got your SIM ejector tool. That's pretty much in the box. There's not really anything else. There's no headphones in there, so I guess you know, if you're not including headphones, you're trying to cut down on the price. I'm not bothered about that. I mean, I guess few people might use the headphones that come with a phone, but you know, if you've got a nice pair already that give you decent sound quality, then you'll probably use that. And if it keeps prices low, why not? I don't need it. So you can see size wise, it's just slightly smaller than the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. It's definitely thicker as well. So now that it's started up, I guess we can go through the process of setting it up. No way to increase the brightness at the moment. Let me just connect that up to my Wi-Fi. That's connected. Don't like that weird sound though. Yes, because who actually reads that? No, I don't want to put SIM in there right now. And it's checking for updates. Set up as new. I'll skip that for now. Skip. Not interested at the moment. Yep, skip that. So now we can set up a fingerprint. Actually, I'll do that another time. So you've got different options here for theme. I guess we'll go with Poco for now. So generally the phone does feel very good in the hand. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It doesn't feel like a £330 phone. Just waiting for these apps to load so then I can increase the brightness on the phone. Hopefully you'll be able to see something on the screen. So a little brighter now. Definitely feels snappy. You've got this OnePlus 6 reminiscent launcher. You've got these shortcuts, and I guess you might be able to add widgets on there. That's pretty cool. No, I don't want to sign in now. It's annoying when you're first setting up a phone and you're always getting these permission requests. You've got the camera. It's not bad, that's pretty good. Look at that. Pocophone, shot on a Pocophone F1. Looks like you've got a watermark on there by default. I'm guessing there must be a setting in the camera app to disable the watermark. Is it that one? I think it's that one. And there you go, the watermark's gone. Strange how they've just by default left that on. Yeah, so generally the phone does feel very snappy. It's smooth. I've never used a Xiaomi phone before, so the UI does look a bit weird to me. You know, the first thing I'm going to do after I finish with this video is put a custom launcher on there. But I guess for the sake of doing a review and doing tests, I might hold back and just use this launcher that comes with the phone and see how it performs. Yeah, there you go again, permissions. Where the hell is about phone? See, this is the thing, when you move on from one UI to another, everything just changes and it's just really hard to find where things are. Are you serious? Where is it? Oh, they've put it on the top. How convenient. So we can see we're on Android version 8.1. and it's running MIUI Global 9.6. There's already a system update waiting to be installed, but I'm not going to install that now. Another thing is you've probably noticed, and again, it's probably something you guys are used to, it's got the notch here. I'm assuming there's a way to disable it. There you go, so you can actually hide the notch, and that looks so much better. So again, I know I've mentioned this a few times already, the phone certainly doesn't feel like something that's you know, around £330. I mean, you could be paying so much more for this. It's running on Snapdragon 845, it's got 6 gigabytes of RAM, it has 4000 mAh battery, and that's pretty much what you'd get in a flagship high-end phone, and you'd be paying a lot more. So for instance, I paid about £899 for the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, and the Note 9 that I had before this, which was the 8GB 512GB storage variant, which was 1,100. So this phone is pretty much you know, the price is insignificant in comparison to that. You're paying so much more. So just from using this phone for the last few minutes and holding it, it feels premium. Of course, you've got this polycarbonate plastic on the back here, and it isn't that premium, you know, glass that everyone's using. I think this is so much better in some sense. It's more durable, so if you do drop it, it's not gonna just crack. Of course, I'm not gonna try it out and see what happens. I'll leave that to some other YouTubers. So you know, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. What I'm gonna do is run a speed test with this Pocophone and the Huawei Mate 20 Pro and see which one performs better. Of course, we can all assume that the Huawei Mate 20 Pro will do better, but let's test it out and see, you know, how this actually does. What I'll also do, and this is because of MKBHD and his blind camera test, where these both these phones sort of ended up you know, as the finalists, and the Huawei Mate 20 Pro won it. But I want to take pictures with both these phones, and I want to test it out, and I want to see which one does better. You know, of course, I think the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is going to do better, but I want to test it out and I want to see how much better it does, or if it actually does better. So if you want to see that, just subscribe and, you know, click on that bell icon so you're notified when those videos are published. This was Raju, and hope you guys have a great time, and see you soon. Bye.